a shocking update from the Social Security Administration. Millions of beneficiaries could see their checks completely wiped out starting now. The government has just reinstated a controversial program that allows the Treasury to seize Social Security payments from people who were accidentally overpaid. And the worst part? Many of them have no idea they owe money. In this video, we'll break down what's happening, who's at risk, and what you must do right now to protect yourself. You'll also learn about the shocking 100% garnishment rule, why this change is happening now, and how it could devastate retirees, disabled individuals, and millions of others who depend on Social Security. Stay with us until the end to learn how to navigate this crisis and where you can turn for help. You're watching Financial Area. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay informed on financial updates that impact your future. The Treasury Offset Program, or TOP, allows the government to reclaim funds from individuals who have received overpayments, and it was put on hold back in March 2020 due to the financial strain caused by the pandemic. The government recognized that many people were facing hardships, so they temporarily suspended the program to ease the burden on those who were struggling. However, now that the suspension is over, the program is back in full force, and it could have a serious impact on millions of Social Security beneficiaries. What this means is that the Treasury has the legal authority to reclaim any overpaid funds by directly garnishing Social Security checks, even without the recipient's consent. This is a significant change, as it allows the government to bypass the normal procedures and go straight to taking back the overpayments. In some cases, this process may involve taking all of the recipient's benefits, especially if they are considered to have been overpaid by a large amount. For beneficiaries, the most concerning part of this reinstatement is that they may not even be aware they have received overpayments. The Social Security Administration doesn't always notify individuals immediately when overpayments occur, which means that many people might receive letters from the government saying they owe money, sometimes years after the overpayment was made. And once they get that notice, it's often too late for them to do anything about it other than comply with the demand. This situation raises concerns because the process can feel very sudden and overwhelming for people who rely on their benefits to meet basic needs. Imagine being retired or disabled, receiving your monthly check, and suddenly discovering that a large portion, or even all of that check, is being garnished by the Treasury to cover overpayments you didn't even know existed. For some, this could be a devastating financial blow, particularly if the garnishment is for a significant amount or stretches back several years. The reinstatement of the Treasury Offset Program has the potential to drastically affect millions of Social Security beneficiaries, especially those who had no idea they were overpaid in the first place. Many individuals receiving Social Security benefits, including retirees, disabled persons, and survivors, rely on their checks for basic living expenses, such as rent, utilities, medical care, and groceries. If these individuals are suddenly hit with a garnishment from the Treasury, it could leave them financially vulnerable, unable to cover their essential needs. The most troubling aspect is that the Treasury can now take 100% of the Social Security payments if they determine the beneficiary has been overpaid, which is a major shift from previous policies. Before the pandemic, the garnishment cap was much lower, often allowing only a small percentage, sometimes as little as 10%, of a person's benefits to be taken. However, under the reinstated program, beneficiaries can face total garnishment of their checks. This could lead to devastating consequences, particularly for those living paycheck to paycheck. Moreover, many Social Security recipients may be completely unaware that they've been overpaid. Overpayments can occur for various reasons, such as administrative errors, changes in income, or miscommunications between the Social Security Administration and the beneficiaries. Often these mistakes are not detected until months or even years later, when the government sends a notification requesting repayment. For beneficiaries, the first they might hear about the overpayment is when they receive a notice demanding repayment with little to no prior warning. This can create an overwhelming and stressful situation, especially for those who have already spent the funds they received, or who may no longer have the ability to repay the government. As beneficiaries begin to receive notices that their benefits will be garnished to cover these overpayments, many will be blindsided by the magnitude of the situation. Since Social Security checks are often a person's sole source of income, a sudden loss of even a small portion of these payments could put them at immediate risk of financial hardship. For those relying on their benefits to pay for housing, medical expenses, or everyday necessities, this change could push them into poverty or cause extreme distress. The psychological toll could be significant as well. Imagine receiving a notice stating that a government agency will take away all or a portion of your Social Security payments without an opportunity to contest it or make alternative arrangements. For some, this could lead to feelings of helplessness and fear about how they will survive without the income they rely on. This level of financial strain is not just inconvenient. It could lead to severe, long-term consequences for the well-being of those affected. If you're concerned about the potential impact of this reinstated program, there are steps you can take right now to protect yourself. The first thing you should do is check with the Social Security Administration to see if you are at risk of having your benefits garnished. You can contact them directly or visit their website to inquire about your payment status. It's essential to know if you've received any overpayments and whether the Treasury plans to pursue repayment from you. While some people may be aware of overpayments, many others may not, so it's crucial to take action to confirm your status before any garnishment notices are sent. If you discover that you have been overpaid and a garnishment is being initiated, it's important to understand your rights. While the Treasury does have the power to garnish your benefits, there are limited options for appealing the decision. For instance, you might be able to request a hardship exemption, which could reduce the amount garnished if it's proven that the repayment would cause you undue financial harm. However, these exemptions are often difficult to obtain, and not everyone will qualify. In some cases, it may be possible to negotiate a payment plan with the Treasury if they are taking a significant amount of your check, but you'll need to act quickly to avoid being overwhelmed by the situation. One of the most effective things you can do is seek help from organizations that specialize in assisting Social Security beneficiaries. There are free services available that can guide you through this process, help you navigate the complexities of garnishment, and potentially save you money on things like Medicare. These services can also help you understand if you qualify for any other assistance programs that might be available to you, such as those that reduce medical or housing costs. For many people facing garnishment, having professional help can make a significant difference in how they manage the situation. The final step is to ensure that your friends and family are also aware of what's happening. Sharing this information with others who may be affected could help them prepare and take action before it's too late. Many people may be unaware of this issue until they face it themselves, so spreading the word could help prevent unnecessary financial hardship for others. Encourage those who rely on Social Security benefits to check their status and seek assistance if needed. While the Treasury Offset Program is now in place, you don't have to face this alone. There are resources available to help you navigate these challenges and potentially reduce the financial impact.